Hello, everybody, and we are back. It has been quite some time, but we finally have gotten the three back together. Well, this happens to be Kevin's spring break throughout this week.
The last day
of my spring break. The last day. Next week is Jake's spring break.
I'm technically on spring break right now, so...
Oh, you have off next week, right?
Yeah.
Technically it started, yesterday.
Yeah.
After classes.
And then my spring break isn't until the last week in March, because I'm that lucky.
Yep. And I'm done May 3rd, bitches!
Well, we shouldn't be
not
disclosing this information, because they think that we recorded this video today.
No, what? Jake.
When the video's being posted.
Jake, you had this, you said, the same exact thing for our type videos, and it was just like... Oh, yeah, it's really not obvious when, we're talking about the end of the world.
I'm so hammered right now.
He's actually not. We're all just kind of sitting in the basement. I'm drinking water. Ian's drinking...
I'm not drinking anything right now.
Ian and Kev.
My Mountain Dew is gone, so we're not drinking anything.
Kev was so happy that I saw you, man. You were down in that thing.
Yeah.
And Kev was just doing...
You could just see your Adam's apple go...
I didn't even realize I had a prominent Adam's apple.
It's not prominent. It's just, it became prominent when the Mountain Dew.
Well, naturally. I mean, everyone gets a little prominent when Mountain Dew is involved. You know what I mean?
That's gross. Today, we're going to be doing, or at least starting, a new series of lists. Today we are doing the top 5 worst Pokemon, in our opinion, for each generation.
Like our least favorite.
No! I need to disclose some information here. This is not based on stats, this is not based on design, and this is not based on...
design,
yes. Okay, yes.
A little bit.
It is not based on strength. It's based on all three of us somehow coming to a consensus.
Fuck Flareon.
And saying, oh my god. Somehow we all came to a consensus and said, you know what, we don't like these Pokemon in these generations. It's very difficult for us to do, because we all have very different personalities.
Especially when, most of the Pokemon I like, Jake hates.
Yes.
Exactly.
And we will have a special video for you once these lists are over, because we'll eventually do the top 5 best for each generation.
It's very ecstatically discussing these lists.
And for the best lists, it will be individual, because there's no way in hell we can ever come to a consensus on that. So, we're going to start with Generation 1. Undisputably, probably everyone's favorite generation, to an extent.
It is my favorite generation, hands down.
As much as I like to agree with you, my generation, personally, is probably Gen 2.
Okay, see, I like that.
Mostly because of the game, but at the same time,
that's fine.
It's just all nostalgia. And eventually, once I'm older, I'll realize, nostalgia's not all that great. And maybe...
Nostalgia's the best!
That'll wipe...
Nostalgia boners are the greatest.
Me, personally, I know Jake's probably going to yell at me, but...
God.
My favorit is probably Gen 3.
Oh!
Get the fuck out of here!
Alright, Kev! You know what, I should have known that you
Gen 4.
I should have known that you were going to say Gen 3. I like generations 1 to 3. 4 and 5 are questionable. I'm not saying... Alright, listen. I'm not saying that I hate Gen 4 and 5. I'm just saying I don't like them as nearly
and there's
as
probable.
Much as those.
Also, Gen 6 is very good looking. But, Gen 3 for me is probably my favorite. I have nothing against Gen 1. I love Gen 2. It's really where I started. Yeah. Gen 2 is really where I started. Because Gen 1, mostly my brother played. And I didn't completely understand the game at that point, even in Gen 2. And
that's where me and Jake started. We knew everything. And then Gen 2 is where we kicked off with just non-stop playing through that game. Yeah. Also, one more thing I'd like to mention before we go on. It's around the beginning of March when we're recording this, and the reason I'm mentioning this is because I know a ton of you are going to say, do you guys know about Gen 6? Yes, we know about Gen 6, we know about Sylveon, we know about all the other guys, okay? We know.
I think Sylveon's going to be a flying type, just throwing that out there.
I think Sylveon's going to be late type.
Alright, well.
He's going to be bug.
You know what? That's going to be hysterical.
He's going to be flying. He's going to be flying.
I think he's going to be flying. I mean, I understand. I completely agree. If it's going to be a flying type EV, it should have wings, shit like that. It should look like a flying type. But the only type that really I see that fits other than normal, and it's not going to be normal because no one's going to want a
really
normal
stupid.
type Eevee.
That's just dumb.
It's going to be flying in my
Why would you? All right, for a flying type Pokemon, you need wings. I'm sorry.
For the most part,
stupid Shaman.
Wait. There are some Pokemon that are not like that, though.
I know, and like Golurk, he can learn fly.
But he's not flying.
I know.
But he's a golem with like rocket. That's awesome.
That. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Okay,
we can't discuss this right now. We're talking about the worst.
You're right. Let's go. We can
let's move on. Okay, so we'd like to start with number 5 here. This is Generation 1.
By the way, this is the channel Preflight&Sparty. Welcome, everyone.
That's probably good.
You should just add the
up until now.
In there.
They probably thought we were like sea nanners.
Well,
because we all sound.
I could understand. It's so spooky.
Exactly.
Shout out to Sea Nanners.
Shout out to Sea Nanners.
Sea Nanners.
Sea Nanners. Quote of the day.
And shout out to Adam and Ditto, guys. You guys really are awesome.
Yeah, yes, we still continue to follow you as much as possible, and we appreciate the support that you've given us up until this point, and it's been a fun roller coaster ride.
Roller coaster ride.
So
me and Kev almost killed each other.
Yes,
but.
I call it a merry-go-round.
Well, I think it was fun when the chair fell and the pen fell. You see,
is my broken pen still here?
It's
yeah, Kev. I was actually writing with it.
Was it?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
the
pen.
The thing is, like, you've only been at this for a few months, but man, we're having a blast, and this is going for a while, and you just broke the pen.
All right, so let's get to number 5.
Let's get number 5 because it's been 6 minutes and 30 seconds,
and we haven't talked about.
We always do.
We talked about Sylveon.
Well, we talked about Sylveon.
Okay, our number 5.
Gen 3 is my favorite just because of the Pokemon and the storyline. Go ahead.
Right. Okay. Gen 1's the best.
I just wanted to mention that.
All right.
Number 5 for Gen 1 is Lickitung. The reason why it's Lickitung is because his name is Lickitung.
Listen.
Honestly, that's my gripe with it.
Let's all go around and give our spiel.
Here's the other thing. Okay. For Generation 1, I don't hate Lickitung. I don't hate anyone on this list, except there's one I don't like in particular. But, I mean, I don't really hate...
There's one I don't like, but it's not on the list.
I know you don't. But
there's no one that I don't like.
There's generally no one that I hate in this.
Oh, no. It's really hard for the first 2 generations to find anyone you really...
Well,
especially for me.
Gen 2? Well, we get to that.
For me, it was impossible. So.
Well...
Gen
1,
for me was
these guys are just kind of, we had to come up with 5. We came up with 5. Lickitung is mostly because from childhood, I never really got the appeal of him. Yeah, he's got a giant tongue. That's fantastic. Sexy. It's also, like, just kind of weird. You ever notice that in Generation 1, there were a lot of, like, fetish Pokemon? There's him.
Jinx.
There's Tangela.
What fetish is that?
Tentacles.
Tentacles.
Yeah, that's effed up.
I mean, there's a lot. Mr. Mime.
Jinx.
I saw a meme for Mr. Mime, and it showed him. It was just like the kid pulls out his Pokedex, and he's like, "This is not a Pokemon. This is actually an adult male who tricks kids into thinking he's a Pokemon."
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's actually really
Anyways,
funny.
I'm like, that's really funny.
The other thing is, most of the reason why Lickitung is on here is because I had a bad impression of Lickitung from the start. When I was a little kid, he just had a long tongue and he was pink. That's not cool when you're a little kid. So that kind of left basically, I'll call it a nostalgia scar on me for years. And now it's like I can't really get rid of it. I'd like to like Lickitung. I mean, there's nothing wrong with him, really. I mean, but at the same time, it's like, what can you say?
You know,
I have to go to the bathroom.
I will tell you exactly why Lickitung is an issue in my book. It all started with Pokemon Stadium. On the minigame in Pokemon Stadium. By the way, that's Kev's laugh. It's not like a dog squealing or anything, just so you know. Ian just dropped his Rock Band drumsticks. Or, actually, no, those are his actual drumsticks.
Are they?
I think, yeah. So, anyways, Lickitung
no, they're Rock Band and one actual drumstick.
I don't like Lickitung. Oh. Well, I don't like Lickitung.
It says Rock Band on it.
I don't like Lickitung, though.
You don't?
Well, I like him, but as far as being compared to the other Gen 1 Pokemon, I don't like him at all.
Mm-hmm.
Reason being, on that minigame, he freaking eats the hot soup and he goes nuts, and it just pisses me off. And like Ian was saying,
the minigame a little bit more because I never really played it.
All right, for anyone that hasn't played Stadium 1, you need to go play it immediately. Second of all,
I played the game, just never the minigame.
Okay, well, in the minigame...
You guys always play the minigames.
We did. In the minigame, basically you have 4 Lickitungs, and you go around licking food off a little conveyor belt. And basically, if you eat this really hot soup...
Why?
Christ. If you eat this, like, really hot soup, he, like, goes crazy and ballistic. And, like...
Your mom.
First of all, Lickitung makes this stupid noise. He makes this stupid noise where he goes like, with his stupid tongue. Yeah. Like, that just annoyed me.
I made up a little rhyme while I was in the bathroom.
Although he was strong, like, decently strong, where he could learn good attacks.
He could?
Lickitung... Dude, you should see the attacks he knows.
I've never used the Lickitung, ever.
Like,
Licky.
He can learn, like, Blizzard, Fire Blast, Thunderbolt, Thunder, all these different attacks. Shit. But, yeah, he just... And honestly, as far as the cool factor goes, he's definitely on the lower end of that for Gen 1. So that's why he's number 5. It's difficult to choose, but... Like we said, if we had to pick 5 Pokemon that we didn't like the most, Lickitung would be number 5. So, that's my spiel. Ian's playing the guitar, and Kev's grinding drumsticks right now, so I don't know what the hell is
I'd like to grind some other things, if you know what I mean.
I understand that. You were just doing it earlier.
Yep.
So, okay.
So, give us your spiel real quick.
Give us my spiel.
Unless you already did.
My spiel?
Wait, what was your rhyme?
Licky, wet and sticky.
Oh, that's classic.
Got a fucking haiku going. Anyways.
Alright, English major?
Not at all.
I know.
I'm awful at English.
Exactly.
Fuck you.
I just tuned the guitar.
Anyways. Thank you, Jake.
Did you just call me Jake?
I'm over here. Kev, I'm not in any way musically gifted.
No. I have a beautiful voice, though. You should just hear me sing.
Oh, yeah.
Dark blue. Is this the real life? Wow, we're really off topic, guys. But yeah, Lickitung. I almost said Licky. Yeah, there's no real appeal to me. Even as I said, like, I never used Lickitung. I never had a reason to use a Lickitung. I was never really interested in it. There was... Alright. There was no real appeal to me, ever. Like, there was quite a few Pokemon like that in Gen 1, honestly, that I never really had the want to use, and Lickitung is definitely very high on that list. There's not much else I can say. I mean, Jake and Ian cover it pretty well, and they know a lot more about him than I do.
I could just go on forever ranting about Gen 1 guys and Gen 2 guys, so I needed to stop myself.
Number 4 is Goldeen.
Apparently, I don't get to announce it. Alright, I guess we're fucking that idea.
I'm Jake.
Wait, no, I go next. It goes you, me, Jake.
Alright, Kev, let's go.
Well, I guess we're fucking that idea. No? Yeah? Alright. Wait, what was it?
Whose fucking idea was it to call me Jake?
Look at this. Ian and Kev feuding. This is a first.
Alright. Well,
I have never been called Jake.
I've been getting...
I look nothing like him.
It's not like it's an insult, right? Right?
There is a difference.
Wow.
Different colored shirts.
Kev, you managed to silence the room without, like, even saying anything.
No, that wasn't me.
Well, this is just awkward now.
Yep. Yeah, so anyways, number 4 is Goldeen. We made this list a while ago, so my mind is gone about why we really hate this Pokemon.
Well, we also made this list at 4 in the morning, so...
Oh, well, I know why we hated it. We hated Goldeen because she was a bitch.
Goldeen is not a Pokemon you ever want to use, ever. It is the rare Pokemon you find off the Old Rod, right? It's like the 5%.
No,
yeah.
Good Rod.
Is
Old Rod, you can only find Magikarp.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, 5% for the Good rod, then. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you could just catch him normally with a good... Like,
really?
It's rare, but I mean, like...
The percentage isn't as good.
Like, for the old rod, it's 100% magic carp, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. No, I think you're right.
Okay.
Or it's 95, I don't know.
As I said, I don't know. Gen 1 was not my strong suit.
You know, that'd be something that... What are the percentages of the old rod? Oh, here, hold on, let me just...
The more you know.
Ba-doom-doom-doom.
Anyways.
Shout out to Luke and Toma for that beautiful comment to us.
And we mean that wasn't Lucan. That was Chernoka.
That was Chernoka. Well, we appreciate that. We honestly appreciate it.
We don't know how the fuck to pronounce your guys' names.
Yeah, we really appreciate all the input.
Yeah.
So no, we really like that comment. That was helpful.
Didn't.
Like any type of comment you guys can give us that will benefit us, or just to shoot the shit with, you know.
Yeah, definitely. We don't mind responding.
Be a fucking troll.
I'm Sparty on 25. If you ever see me comment on the videos, the little picture of a Surskit naturally because I love Surskit. But yeah, number 4, Goldeen, because we got really stopped talking about that. It's a Pokemon that you never want to go out of your way for. It's a really, really crappy water type. And it evolves into something that's really not that great either.
Come on. Why do we hate Seeking?
Seeking's pretty shit.
I
mean, the thing on Pokemon Stadium, he always knows Megahorn, Drill Run, like Substitute and Sword Stance. So he's not even good enough to know a water type. That should give you a good enough indicator. Like,
I mean, that is a good setup.
Yeah,
I mean,
but the thing about Seeking is, like, when you look at him, he just kind of looks like just weird. You know how, like, Pokemon have those animated eyes? The reason why
Seeking is not on this list is because it looks cooler than Goldeen does.
And a little bit bigger.
Well, let's not get into a little bit bigger now here, Jake.
Whoa. Easy there. Easy, Tiger.
But, Goldeen, really not my favorite water type
whatsoever. Comments, are Jake and Kev gay?
A little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit, you know. We love each other.
Apparently, I can't really talk about Goldeen, so guys, go ahead.
Goldeen sucks.
Yep.
As a Pokemon, but I don't hate him.
Well, what else? You said you didn't have any idea of why you hated Goldeen.
Here's the reason why we hate Goldeen. That stupid junior trainer in Misty's gym owns one, like, on level 19, and it's a pain in the ass.
It is?
To be quite honest. Unless you have a Bulbasaur, or if you have yellow version. Then you're fine.
Or you can just catch a Pikachu right outside of Viridian.
Kev, I don't want to hear it. I don't do that. I used to... You know, actually, I did one time.
My Fire Red, I
caught a Pikachu before.
I loved catching.
I know, but I just, it's just.
You could just go to the unknown dungeon.
It's just really annoying. Lol, guy blocking unknown dungeon. That's funny.
Anyways.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
we're just not into this.
We're not, evidently. I mean, it's really hard for us to hate on this Pokemon. We don't have much to say, just because, like we said, we really do like Gen 1, and it's really hard for us to hate on any of them. But yeah, Ian, what do you have to say about Goldeen?
My main gripe with Goldeen is that she just kind of looks like a bitchy Pokemon that you don't want to, like, talk to.
Yeah.
She looks like a she. Can you imagine if it was a he? And
the voice.
The voice in the anime should give you enough. Goldeen. And she has.
Goldeen.
She has those bitch lips too.
Though
no eyeshadow. She has blue eyeshadow.
As fuck in that costume.
She has blue eyeshadow.
Wow.
So I mean, I don't know.
I can get a hard on.
Honestly, I kind of wish Goldeen was higher. I vouch for Goldeen first because of how bitchy it was. But, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before you say the next goddamn Pokemon.
Give it to Jake.
Okay.
I'll let you do it.
Kev's just going to chair stomp right now. All right. Now, our number 3 Pokemon, which I fought for my life with this because I did not want him to be on this list. But I guess we had to choose someone. So our number 3 that we chose here was Execute. And, wow. If you could see what Kevin is doing right now. But Execute was our number 3, and I think the reason why we chose him is just because he's just like a bunch of eggs. Like cracked eggs at that.
How is that one Pokemon? What if you lose one?
I mean, that's kind of like Magneton, though, too.
Then it never evolves.
You know what I mean? Which...
That would suck.
That would suck. But... Is it secret? Is it safe? I just think... I understand where you're coming from with the whole, you know, like, stupidity in that.
I can't, like, I don't get it. That's the one Pokemon on this list I knew I would probably want to put on this list.
Really?
Just because, I don't know, he evolves into such a cool Pokemon.
Yeah, Executor is great.
But I just don't get it. I don't get it, man. I don't get why...
I always thought...
What is...
See, the reason why I think I like Execute for some weird reason is because I first found him in the Safari Zone, and when I saw him, like,
and he looks weird.
I know he's got like
he's got
huge
the giant egg, and then just these little tiny ones.
I know. But
you know what he kind of reminds me of? I don't think either of you are going to get this, but unless you remember this, but in Metropolis Zone on Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the final boss that you fight is Eggman, and he's got all these little eggs like surrounding him in a circle. And it kind of looks like that, and is pretty funny.
I think I know what you're talking about. But no, I think when I saw him in the Safari Zone, I thought like all Safari Zone Pokemon were pretty sweet, with the exception of like the random Pidgeys that you would find.
You can find Pidgeys in the Safari Zone.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, whatever common Pokemon there was.
Nidoran female and male were both.
All right. Yeah, you're right.
They were common.
Why would you get annoyed by those?
Because it was just like, I'm coming to the Safari Zone to get someone sweet. Like I don't want to deal with that. Yeah. Kangaskhan.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? I always wanted a Chansey. Or a Pinsir or a Scyther, depending on what version.
Really?
Yeah.
I always wanted... Well, I can understand
I always wanted Dratini.
I always wanted...
Absolutely Dratini. That is my number one.
But I always wanted Kangaskhan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I always
wanted Kangaskhan. Sprite
Execute's in there.
Awesome.
And I think it was just so exciting. I think it was just so exciting to me because I had a Leaf Stone with me, and when I caught Execute, like I just evolved him right away. And I was like, "Oh, this is sick! I have an Executor." I think it's more so because of who he evolves into, not his actual self that he is. I don't know. That's my opinion.
No,
he can learn Hypnosis. Which is, you know, and you know what's upsetting to me?
Crap.
How they've gone away from, like, using stones. Like,
I agree.
The original stones.
Yeah, they really should start going back.
So, I think that's kind of what wanted me to keep him off this list. So I can't really say, guys, right now. I can't say why I don't like him. The only reason I can say maybe that he's kind of dumb is just because he's however many, what is it, like 4 or 5 eggs? 6 eggs?
2 steaks.
And one of the eggs doesn't even have eyes. Am I right?
No, I think it's just turned around.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you're right.
1056.
All right.
Oh, never mind.
Okay. So that's my spiel. Ian, do you have anything else to say?
No, that's it.
Kev, do you have anything to say about Execute?
Well, let's see. I wasn't really paying attention to what you were saying because I was too busy doing like.
I saw that Kev was dancing.
I was doing the Kangaskhan thing for Pokemon Snap. It was like, and it was just.
Oh like, yeah.
Anyways. But yeah, Execute. Just the name itself. Eggs are cute. Really?
You know what pissed me off was his voice.
This is gonna sound really weird in the video. Because you're circling around the track. Hey! What eggs are you really?
I'm sorry, I can't. I don't want to sit still right now. I don't know why.
You need to relax.
Because of the Mountain Dew you just drank.
It might have been. But yeah, I was also like playing around with that frying pan and shit. Speaking of fried eggs, yeah, like
Somebody said
once again, one of those Pokemon I never really found appeal for. If I was gonna go into the Safari Zone, it wasn't Execute I was going to look for. I never really saw the point of him. Really, I didn't even realize that Executor was psychic.
His redeeming factor is he's psychic.
Yeah. Like, I just figured he was grass, and, like, who gets a psychic type out of that? I'm sorry, but
totally find a Pidgey in Safari
You can't, dude. I know you can't.
Maybe in yellow. How do you get Psychic type out of that? It just doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah.
But that's why I think Executor is cool, because it's like he's just a palm tree, and you think like it's just grass, and then you try to use like
nothing because
ice.
You
what? What?
You're like what? You're just like I'm gonna use my yeah, because who has a poison type in Gen 1?
Okay, guys, we're gonna move on. I'm gonna need that list because I forgot who number 2 is. I remember who number 2 is. Number 2, for some reason, this is weird because we're going around, and you forgot why you had Goldeen. You don't know why we have Execute.
Well, I know why, because you guys had to choose.
I don't know why we have our number 2, who is Gloom.
We made this list a while.
I honestly don't mind Gloom as much as...
I think I was actually the one who said Gloom.
I don't like Gloom that much.
And you guys kind of just agree with me.
He's really derpy looking to me. I don't like Gloom that much.
I don't mind
the whole...
Gloom. I think there's not much I can say. I think you two should discuss it because I don't hate...
I can't wait to read number 1.
Yeah, well, number 1's going to be awesome.
Gloom's just kind of like...
Because number 1 I can actually
I think the episode ruined Gloom for me.
Oh, the Erica episode?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate...
Like with the whole
I do
fire
hate
thing.
It's not cry. It's the way it says, Gloom, Gloom! I hate that.
Yeah, that's fucking annoying.
No, it's like high-pitched and whiny.
I remember. Trust me, I remember.
That's the thing. Pokemon should not have stuff dripping from their nose or mouth. I hate Pokemon like that. Cubchoo is a good example. I hate the nose. I hate it. He'd be perfect if he didn't have that goddamn nose drip. Wipe your nose.
It's not nose drip, it's ice.
It's disgusting.
Oh, no, that's Bear Tick. Cubchoo does have the little...
It's fucking gross. It's disgusting. It's the same thing with Gloom. He's got
a cold.
Die.
Whoa.
Wow. We're going there.
I love Cubchoo. I'm just joking.
Cubchoo.
No, I can't stand that.
No, I understand.
He would be the perfect little bear.
Okay, I can understand it. Yeah, Gloom, I'm not a huge fan of the Oddish line whatsoever, honestly. I love
Vileplume.
I like awesome. The final 2 forms are okay to me. I like Bellossom more than I like Vileplume, but I like both of them quite a bit.
By the way, you're right. Just to put it out there, you can't find Pidgey. It's Doduo is the only flying type that you can really find.
Yeah, Bellossom.
Bellossom is not in that line.
So, in what? What line?
The Oddish Vileplume.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
You evolve Gloom into...
You can evolve Gloom into your Blossom or Vileplume.
Yeah, dude. You didn't know that? No.
Yeah.
No.
Are you serious right now? You didnn't know that?
That's not
You didn't
true.
know that, dude?
Get the fuck out of here. You didn't know that?
Come on.
That's a joke.
Yeah, just like Typhlosion was green, right?
He is! He will always be
man.
the greenest of the green. No, that's a joke. I'm looking this up.
No, it's not. Well, okay, well, as I was saying, I always like Bellossom more than I like Vileplume. But, honestly, that line, I'm not
He evolves from Gloom with a Sunstone.
Yeah, it was introduced in Gen 2. Anywho, yeah, Gloom, not very appealing.
I know.
It's one of those really, really awkward team evolutions. Where
What's that, Gloom?
Gloom, yeah. Because you really want to get that Vileplume or the Blossom.
How did I not remember that at all?
You don't want Gloom or Oddish, really. I mean, what's the point of having him?
I thought he was completely, by himself.
Really? How do you think you got one?
You just caught it, in
Have you ever saw one in the wild?
Not yet.
You never will.
That's not true. Gen 6? They're going to be everywhere.
Wild
Blossom's Secret Garden is going to be the final boss.
I've never had a Blossom.
Level
boss fights will be invented.
Pokemon Dungeon.
Red wants to fight. Red sends out level 166 Blossom.
That's too 166. Good lord. Alright, well, we're getting really sidetracked, and we don't want to take up too much of these people's
It evolves in a Vileplume with the Leaf Stone?
Yeah.
And it evolves in a Blossom with
the Sunstone, yeah.
Okay. For some reason, I thought Gloom was one of the rare Pokemon in that little thing with Execute and Weeping Bell that just didn't use the Leaf Stone and evolved like on level 28 or something like that. I don't know why. Shame on me.
No, yeah.
But yeah, you know what, Ian? I'm gonna agree with you because that like stupid drool that Gloom has coming down.
I don't like that.
Pisses me right off. Pisses me right off.
And I know many people are gonna say, "Those are stupid. Read Gloom's a fun thing." No.
Ian just did a glaring face
on the
screen too. So
I'm sure he'll have like a little cute little picture when he does that.
Dude, Ash has a snow run.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah, he gets a Glalie.
I knew that, but I thought he just caught the Glalie.
No, he caught a snow run. That's random. Anyways,
no. Remember how we were just editing the ice video, and we were talking about how snow run looks like nothing.
Honey that it drools from
so I'm looking at it, and look, it's just a small black Pokemon with egg-shaped body. Like, they have no...
It always reminds me of a hut. Anyways.
Just so you know, it's honey that he's dripping from his mouth.
No, it's not honey. It's some kind of like
right syrup. Here, Kev. Hold on. If...
Anyways.
Pokemon entry. The honey it drools from its mouth smells so atrocious it can curl noses more than a mile away.
I never pictured it as honey.
I never knew noses can curl.
True story. So you ready to watch?
It's drool like honey. That's what it is. Yep.
Okay.
Alright. So, now that we're...
This is longer than our type videos. It's 5 Pokemon.
Okay, alright. Let's move on here.
This is ridiculous.
Well, we're getting really distracted.
It's 5 Pokemon.
31 minutes? What the hell, man?
That's why I said we should probably get on with this so we're not wasting too many people's time.
They're going to watch a 44-minute video and like...
Well, at least that one's semi-entertaining.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Alright. So, our number 1 for Gen 1. Drum roll, please.
Number 1, really? Already? Holy shit. Okay. Drum roll.
Now, this Pokemon is the Reaper of Souls. It is probably the most powerful Pokemon in the game. And it goes by the name of Magikarp. Magikarp is our number 1.
And I know most of you are going to be like, but he's awesome, man. I know he's weak, but who...
He turns into Gyarados. Fuck you.
Yes.
I need Magikarp.
We love Gyarados, but Magikarp...
That's not true.
The reason why Magikarp is on this list is because he's just the common whipping boy of the Pokemon universe. Like,
Magikarp sucks.
Magikarp is awful.
Only thing I like about him is
I love his memes.
Minigame.
I love his memes.
Oh, yeah. And I love the minigame on Pokemon Stadium.
Yes,
1.
I love all that stuff. Magikarp has expanded beyond anything I ever could have pictured. It doesn't change the fact that he's just a stupid Pokemon.
Retarded. Yeah, he's god awful.
Like,
and we know
doesn't change the fact. Like, just because you make a meme doesn't mean, okay, now he's cool.
He's going to kill us when he evolves. That's great. But until you hit level 20, go screw yourself.
Yes, and we realize that there are 2 fish on this list, and we're okay with that because we don't like fish.
Honestly, yeah, the fish are kind of piss poor.
I prefer lobster.
Fish are friends, not
Crawdont.
It's kind of a crawfish, but okay.
And it's funny because you like lantern, and he's an anglerfish.
I do like lantern, but lantern's fucking amazing.
That's true.
Lantern is amazing.
But yeah, Magikarp, you held no, like, you're memorable. You're probably the most memorable on this list, and that's probably why we hate you the most. Yeah, Jake.
What?
Alright, well, we have some, I think, do we have any other Pokemon that we want to mention that we don't like?
I don't have any.
I have 2.
I don't.
I have one.
One is one I mentioned at the very beginning of this.
I do have one. What the fuck?
It's probably the same one I am thinking of. 1, 2, 3. Mr. Mime.
Jinx.
Okay.
Alright, well.
I was hoping we could say it at the same time so that
I
Jinx,
said the opposite,
you owe me a soda even though mine wasn't Jinx.
Hello. Wait, you like Jinx?
I don't have a problem with Jinx.
Really?
Ice Psychic is cool.
Wow.
The typing is cool.
Yeah.
Pokemon sucks. Literally.
Like
she would get down on her knees and suck. Like, that's how much she sucks.
That's not...
Well, she literally would, too. That's the thing. I mean, Jinx is the slut Pokemon.
Well.
Okay, the reason I want to talk about Mr. Mime is because, one, it's a pedophile, and we don't need pedophiles in our Pokemon.
I like Mr. Mime.
Oh my god. He looks like Krusty the Clown.
Oh, from The Simpsons. No, if anything, I'd say he looks more like Jigsaw from Saw.
He looks more like Sideshow Bob than he does Krusty.
All those things are terrifying. Okay?
You're right.
I hate him.
Point proven.
Okay? I don't like him, and it's just... The thing is... Now, I said this about...
I guess
Lickitung. How I have this nostalgia scar. This is different. I've always hated Mr. Mime. From the beginning. He got a stupid voice. It's a stupid idea for a Pokemon. And Mime Jr. is even worse.
Oh,
I don't
Mime Jr. reminds me of like a strawberry ice cream.
I wanted him on this list, and I was told no because, again, this is the type of thing where it's like one person has to say no, and it's not on.
Bad.
Yes, you're bad. I do not like him, and he would be my number one.
Side note, me and my friends were joking around when we were just walking somewhere, and we were talking about like some like possible like evolutions, and my friend came up with a really good name for the next Mr. Mime. If Mr. Mime had an evolution, Mastermind.
Oh, I've seen that before.
Oh!
I've seen that
I was just like,
actually, you know what? That's solid.
That's a solid name.
That'd be cool. Now, my second guy that I also hate.
You're staring right into my soul.
I know, I forgot. I am completely blanking.
We can't take the heat.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Ayo.
Now, I apologize to Adam and Ditto, but it would probably be Ditto. Because the thing is,
me too.
From the very beginning,
I like Ditto.
I hate Ditto.
The reason I don't hate Ditto, I just don't like Ditto because the way we've always looked at it and the way that it was told to us, me and Jake, is that Ditto can transform into the Pokemon it's facing, but a weaker version of the Pokemon.
It is true. So it has lower HP.
Yeah. So it's never better. It's never a better Pokemon.
That's why you want an EV train health. That's all you need to do, especially now with its new ability.
Well, this is before all that fancy stuff.
Yeah, Kev.
So, again, this isn't like a nostalgia scar thing. I don't know. Ditto's just plain to me.
Remember when I wiped your ass with a Ditto? A Choice Scarf Ditto in Pokemon
Oh my god.
Because you supercharged your dragon.
Yeah! I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like...
I just let you keep on building it up. It was like my second last Pokemon. I'm like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Keep on doing whatever you're doing.
I was so pissed. Anyways, I don't like Ditto. I just don't. I mean, he doesn't deserve to be on this list, in my opinion, but I have to put him in there because I just don't like him. But anyone else?
Well, I voiced my opinion about this Pokemon a lot, and I don't see the appeal of Flareon. I understand that you guys really like Flareon, and I just do not like Flareon.
Why?
I don't.
You want to talk about a cute Pokemon? Flareon's adorable.
It makes me want to.
Flareon might be the cutest evolution. I'm serious.
I would say Glaceon is cuter.
Oh my! No, Glaceon? No.
Yeah, I think
those.
I agree with that.
I think Glaceon is adorable. Are you kidding me? It is.
I'm saying Flareon for sure.
Ice type is like the epitome of like beauty in the Pokemon world. I know. Glaceon is like probably.
Glaceon's like a girl.
All right. Well, there we go.
And Flareon isn't.
Well, Flareon's less girly.
Really?
I think so. Glaceon looks like a girl. All right.
Despite the flaming scarf.
I understand.
The flaming ascot he's got going on with the little thing.
Okay. You know what? Maybe they both look
He's
like girls.
Shorter than all the other evolutions. Look, I will be the first to admit that he is my least favorite evolution. But I want to sleep on him, therefore...
Wait, Flareon's your least favorite evolution?
Probably.
Are you serious?
Who else would it be?
Do I really, only place him, third out of the...
Yeah, probably, because you like all the Gen 1s, and then Gen 2, and Gen 4.
You're right.
Exactly.
Number 1's Jolteon, 2 Vaporeon, 3 Flareon, 4 Leafeon. No! Shit.
Leafeon is 4.
Number 1, Jolteon. 2, Espeon. 3, Vaporeon. 4.
3 Flareon? Are you kidding me? Flareon is a piece of shit. I'm sorry. Flareon is god awful.
You know what, Kev?
I know we're talking about how, we're not supposed to talk, it's also opinion-based, but Flareon is a crap Pokemon to use.
You know what? He doesn't learn anything useful when you first evolve into him.
No, even if you evolve it, it doesn't learn anything useful. It learns...
It's got a great Pokemon card, though. I mean, I'm talking original cards here.
Ooh.
Well, I like it.
I think it learns, Fire Spin. Fuck Fire Spin.
Yeah, Fire Spin sucks.
Maybe...
You know what, too? It sucks because they make it look so powerful, in the episodes.
Yeah,
that's Charmander, use Fire Spin!
So many Pokemon use Fire Spin. It's like a 15.
It's a terrible attack.
Yeah, I know it's not actually 15.
No, it's 15. It does 15 damage. Or 25, maybe. 15 or 25, something like that.
I don't think it's 15.
I think it is.
But it's
no, it's not, because
it's like Sandtomb.
It's like... No, the worst attack is
it was originally 15.
Really?
Yeah, Constrict blows.
But yeah, I don't like Flareon. I don't.
Blows alone.
I love every single evolution. I love Eevee. I love all the cute Pokemon. I hate Flareon. I'm sorry.
Alright, Kev.
Well, when we come back, we will be doing Generation 2.
Alright. Well, no, I already said Jinx. Jinx blows.
Okay. Right. We like to blow.
Peace.
Bye.